Welcome back to Rotten Rambling On, the show that's only mildly offensive.
And only mildly entertaining.
Well, yeah. That's surprising. But, again, I'm your host, Jake.
I'm Shawn.
My co-host there. Yes.
Thanks.
I gave him that title, and that's all.
I'm glad we pointed that out for the folks at home.
Lesser host.
If you're playing the home game right now, no.
You'll see that Shawn is most vexed. And the fact that I used the term like vexed is already establishing how odd we are. This is an adult podcast. There will be adult language. We may end up swearing like sailors a few times if we're really passionate about whatever it is we're yapping. Today's topic's a little meta for me.
Oh my god, you said meta.
Yeah.
It's the secret word. Okay.
Cherry, no! Okay. And for those that can remember Pee-wee's Playhouse prior to him being in Nurse Nancy's Playhouse.
Or...
God, guy loses a fucking empire because he just stroked his dick in a
X-rated
movie.
Because he had his hand in his own playhouse.
Right, exactly, because he was touching Pee-wee. Or, you know what? Would have been funnier. Naming his dick, Cowboy Curtis.
Yeah.
Huh? Come on. Yeah. Yes. Okay. Aside from that, but
poor Lawrence Fishburne.
And yeah, poor guy. He only has to, diddle his incredibly hot wife and had a successful movie career.
Honestly,
in spite of some, let's say some mediocre crap he started out with.
Bad Company.
No, I got one further back.
Yeah.
The earliest work that I saw him in, Death Wish 2.
Oh, God.
Yeah, back when it went away from a reputable
franchise
to Golden Gobless.
Mm-hmm.
So, that was going to suck. And their budget got hacked to pieces. But yeah, that being said, now this is a little meta in the sense that we're going to be conversing about podcasts on our podcasts while doing a podcast.
Is this networking? Is this kind of networking?
If that were the case, I really hope we get some scratch our way.
Right.
Or at least a little recognition. Oh, yeah, Jake did that. Yeah, Shawn, he's funny. Yeah, he's kind of like Ed McMahon. Actually, I heard the funniest story.
Yeah.
So apparently, whenever Johnny was stumped, Ed McMahon became his equivalency, his alcoholic friend.
Oh, yeah.
Doc always had to wear some outlandish outfit in some facet or another that he could immediately snap and make a comment about, get his train of thought right back on, and boom, on with the show. And I'm going, God, why didn't I come up with that? Shawn, wear something silly. Your normal apparel.
Look.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Punisher hat, Batman. By the way, you're infringing.
I'm mixing.
Or you're doing a crossover.
Yeah.
See, I just went with Army of Darkness. Can't go wrong.
Yeah, this is it should be. If you were going to mix a DC and a Marvel crossover, I mean,
Sadly,
the Punisher,
it's been
Batman,
done twice.
Exactly. Yeah. This is the
I didn't care for the first incarnation because it was as bad.
You know what I didn't care for? The DC Image crossover of Batman and Spawn. Though I will say they really...
Which version?
Well, I was going
Spawn
to say...
versus Batman or the Batman versus Spawn? Because they did both.
The DC one was worse, honestly, of the two.
Because Klaus Janson really can't draw.
No. And then the storyline they picked, fucking Krakatoa or Croatoan the Demon.
Yeah.
That destroyed the Virginia. Yeah.
Oh, God, it was so
God,
boring.
that was terrible. I will say.
Nice to see we've gotten completely off topic yet again.
Which, folks, this is why the show is called Rotten Rambling.
Oh, there is a whole lot of rambling on. And if we could afford it, damn it, if I wouldn't love the intro being that Zeppelin tune rambling on.
Wouldn't that be nice?
I can't afford them.
No.
Yeah, whoever's listening to this, sponsors, for God's sakes.
Are we allowed to sing a little bit on the...
No,
I think there's laws against that.
That's a liable suit waiting to happen.
So what was our show about again?
Krakatoa?
Krakatoa.
No.
I don't know.
Podcasting.
Okay, because I was going to say I don't know enough about history to pull off this topic.
Well, Krakatoa is linked to a supervolcano, which... Yeah, I'm not going to
Fuck you!
No, I'm sorry. I get bored. I read shit. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And that's sorry.
And that's a libel suit.
Yes, exactly. Because Paul Rubens is listening, right? Hey, that's not very funny. Yeah, he's trying to make fun of Pee-wee. That's not cool. Yeah, no, he doesn't give a shit. He's not listening.
Cheech Marin's still alive, We can get busted for that.
All right, man. Yeah, I can't do that shit. Well, forget you, man. I want to do Tommy Chong every time, man.
Tommy doesn't care.
Yeah, Tommy doesn't give a fuck. Yeah. He's high as a kite. Explain to me how that man's sperm produced a hot girl. I don't fucking get it.
No, explain to me how Mr. Bean's sperm produced a...
Yeah.
Oh, his wife.
Oh, my God.
Rowan Atkin's wife is how he produced a hot dog.
I love Rowan Atkins as much as humanly possible, but...
Not gonna fuck that.
He's not aesthetically pleasing. I'm sorry, Ron Atkinson. I don't mean anything hard about it. I love the Blackadder. I love Mr. Bean, but dear God, man.
I think I heard her.
It was like a caricature.
I think I heard her in an interview say the first time he blew a peanut out of his nose. That's it. I was gone. He had me over a table.
Wow. I always thought it was compliments. Just trying to be romantic. Moonlight Cassidy.
You know what it is.
Apparently, it's just firing peanuts out of your nose.
You know what it is. You can be Rowan Atkins. You can look like Rowan Atkins. You got that British accent.
Ow.
You're going to succeed.
No, I don't have a British accent.
You have a British accent, and you can,
I could fist bump.
Yeah, you can make obscure fist motions in the air.
Okay. Well,
yeah.
With that in mind, though, now that we got to get off topic. So basically, we're doing the podcast about podcasts on our podcast. So, yeah.
Because honestly, these are the things that kind of led us into doing the thing that we're doing. Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, I haven't had a lot of influence until I actually started looking around. I mean, the first one I encountered was The Nerdist, only because I loved Chris Hardwick's comedy.
Which, let's be honest, The Nerdist is not a podcast anymore.
Oh God,
it is a franchise. Yeah,
it is. It referred to as Nerdist Industries.
Yeah,
but he founded, co-founded it. The first show was in February 8th, 2010, and this is gonna blow your mind.
Mm-hmm.
810 episodes in 6 years. Right? That is fucking astounding.
Yeah.
But from that standpoint, and then I looked at how many hyphens or how many parenthesis slashes you can establish with Chris Hardwick. So he is a comedian.
Yeah.
He's been a show host.
Mm-hmm.
As far back as Singled Out. Yes, he's been dated. Ha 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 ha. He's been an actor. He's been a writer. He has been a producer. And oddly enough, a musician and voice actor.
Really?
Yeah, I thought it was absolutely hilarious. Of course, the first thing I saw him in beyond doing stand-up was House of a Thousand Corpses. And it took me fucking forever. I'm like, I love this guy. I see the stand-up. And of course, this is all pre-IMDb. I've never even heard of the fucking thing. I've never worked for ePinions at that point. Yeah, I dropped a name. Fuck you, ePinions. You don't even pay anymore. Well, I'm sorry. Let me give you a quick little highlight to that.
Mm-hmm.
Amazon withdrew their money. See, every time somebody did a review, it was either wacky and anecdote-like, or it was just grudge hatred. Like, this movie fucking sucks. And of course, well, we couldn't say fucking sucks because, trust me, there was a program that would literally edit and check for any curse words. I know this because I got viciously hammered to sit through I Spit on Your Grave, which, there's a showstopper, let me tell you.
Yeah.
But at any rate, I got viciously hammered, and there was 57 red lines through my review.
Mm-hmm.
Curious enough, at least 20 of those was the word fuck. So I'm going, wow. And my editor gets me on the phone and goes, you're going to have to rewrite that now. The program came up, and I read it and went, yeah, I'm going to need him to check that over again. You see, it won't go through. It was literally a program. Yeah, this was foolproof.
Yeah.
You would not go through. I'm sure you could spell it out. Yeah, fuck you. You spelled it out. You put periods in it. I don't know. If you were that bored, I guess. But, so Amazon decided they were sick of that.
Yeah.
And just pulled their money out of it.
Really?
Nobody gets paid for any fucking product because of the movie reviewers. In fact, I think there was only like 2 guys, myself included, and my buddy Brad. We're the only... Yeah, I name dropped. Fuck you. You're not listening anyway, so fuck you. But yeah, I think we're the only 2 guys that got drafted to do the occasional science fiction, but commonly we had to sit through some of the most horrendous horror films of the year 2000.
As opposed to on Rotten Reels reviews.
No, I'm just saying that we went at some classic horrors. It was something like the original Black Christmas. That is a creepy, suspenseful thriller that really kind of helped jumpstart the whole slasher genre as much as Texas Chainsaw Massacre or even Halloween.
Yeah.
These are the 3 building blocks.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yes, I suppose you could go as far back and establish that Psycho originated the slasher genre, but I really don't feel so. There's still more suspense.
Yeah.
You know, who's this? What, there's this little infirm little lady stabbing people? I mean, come on. What the hell's that about?
Yeah,
Why is her son covering up all the murders? Instead of going, just call the cops. Yeah, my decrepit little old lady mother is killing people. Please make her stop. But, what was so funny is I was just looking at this huge list, and he has about, 5 or 6 more additional podcasts.
Yeah.
They're on board. He predominantly does the shows with Jonah Ray and Matt Mira.
Yeah.
It's amazing enough, Jonah Ray is now going to be starring in the revamped MST3K as the new host.
Really?
Yeah, it's kind of wild.
Oh, that's exciting.
I'm sitting there going, my only problem with it is you have a bunch of unknowns.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of where I think the formula worked.
Yeah.
But now you have Felicia Day is going to be one of the mad scientists.
Yeah.
And I think they're going to make Patton Oswalt son of TV's Frank.
Oh, no.
And so I'm going, okay, already that is great B-movie material.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that. That being said, though, this is too many known quantities.
Right, it kind of takes away from the B-movie.
Yeah, I just felt like it takes away from
feeling
the
of the whole
juxt
thing.
of it.
Yeah.
But what the hell do I know? Ended in production.
I mean, you got D-level actors talking about D-level movies.
Right.
That works.
God, no. Seriously, some of those flicks, I wouldn't even put them at Z grade. They're so bad. I mean, they're no Godfrey Ho flicks, but they're pretty bad. Oh, yeah, quick update for you folks. Anytime you encounter this name, Godfrey Ho, you have stumbled on something incredibly rare and horrible. These films are so bad. As he took some previous material footage of a film that was never released, then splices in about 20 minutes of his own movie. There's no continuity in it whatsoever, because these could be anywhere from 20, 30, 40 years difference. And there's no budget. But it's hilarious because he has a filmography that of like over 400 titles.
Yeah.
Sadly, most of them begin with or end with Ninja. Mm-hmm. That's not even a joke. That's how sad that is. But I was just what I found amusing is I was just looking at the alumni.
Oh yeah.
That he's interviewed Schwarzenegger, Sir Patrick Stewart, Ozzy, which I'm going, that had been tripping balls right there.
Oh yeah.
Monkey crawling into my ass.
Rob Zombie.
Right.
Which that makes
very
sense.
lovely Jerry Ryan.
I mean, Rob Zombie is.
They basically enough did not geek out on.
Really?
My personal favorite, though, is the gal who played Sif. Oh, God. Her name has just escaped me.
She's on the Blind Side now.
Yeah.
And I can't think of her name either.
Oh, God. Thank you, Brain, for just wandering off.
Well, that's my thing.
But
I'm
what's so
allowed
funny is her interview is so enjoyable because she's talking about she grew up in Texas, so she knows how to use a knife, she can fire a gun, and you can actually just kind of hear Chris getting smaller and smaller in the scene going, I don't know how to do any of that. It was so funny. Oh, God, he had Malcolm McDowell on it.
Jamie Alexander.
Thank you.
No, you're welcome.
Malcolm McDowell's is one of the best interview. For God's sakes, get on there, listen to it. And he talks about, no, seriously, think about it. Think of how much span of life, not even look at it from just his filmography, but think of how much he's seen in comparison to now.
Oh, yeah.
He was at the scene when the Beatles were still doing Chuck Berry covers.
Oh, yeah.
Thinking, well, everything's like Liverpool, right? They're all jamming out like that. Comes across the States going, oh, fuck, no, it's nothing like that. The rock and roll scene's nothing like that. Oh, okay.
The man partied with Stanley Kubrick in the 70s.
Exactly.
You know some fucked up shit.
You got to hang out with John Gielgud because of Caligula and Peter O'Toole.
Yeah.
And got to, rub up against Helen Mirren, which, that was a plus right there.
In the day.
That's still pretty nice to look at.
She...
Look, I'm sorry. I still found that quite nice to look at. But I just thought it was funny.
Porn.
Yeah, okay, I'll get over it. But this is funny because their topics will range anything from like acting, writing, music, what music you're into. Hey, you played this video game.
Oh yeah.
Could Batman in fact kick the shit out of Superman?
Did they ever interview Harrison Ford?
They did, and it was a little dark.
I'm
Harrison
not Harrison
has kind of developed this personality now. That he's that crotchety old man who doesn't have to answer these questions if you haven't properly researched it. In fact, he'll start chewing your ass out for not properly researching it, or he'll just sit there and be a dick. What's that about? don't understand.
Yeah, I'm not answering that one.
I don't have to answer that. By the way, doing Harrison Ford, you just sound like you're trying to hold in a sneeze or not take a dump in your pants while you're stuck on a freeway.
Though the Harrison...
It belongs in a museum! You know, it's really easy.
Harrison Ford on a rant is entirely different sound, though.
That is passionate.
Oh, yeah.
And I love it. Except when he's being a total dick. But hey, you know what? Fuck it.
That's the holy shit birds, we're all gonna die.
Yeah, exactly. So it doesn't prove anything. Waving my arms around. Oh, we're fucked. Doesn't exactly inspire confidence.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, but basically, for lack of a better term, it is everything and anything that would be geek-oriented.
Yeah.
I mean, they touch base on new technology, they touch base on the current games out there, or the new game engines, or whose voice acting was astounding. I mean, for God's sakes, I found out that Patrick Stewart was involved in about 16 different video games.
Oh, yeah.
One of which being the last Castlevania.
Yeah.
As he's doing the narration. And I'm sitting there going, how did you score this? But I've been saying that since Family Guy and my American Dad.
I mean, if you've ever seen him do Blunt Talk, you know
God.
how he scores.
Oh my God, just watch the first episode. That's all you need to know. Watch the first episode and you're going, I have to keep going. A man is quoting from Shakespeare.
He's like, can I just nuzzle against your breast for a little bit?
A man is quoting Shakespeare, fending off the cops with a retractable baton, of which he took away from a cop after popping him in the head with it.
Well, he's telling his transgendered hooker to run. I'll protect you.
See, it does not get much better than that.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, he's getting away with so much of this. It's got to be a dream come true for an actor. You know,
it is. It has to be the best when you can play over the top as the lead. I mean, that's why they always want to play the villain, right?
What's so funny about this podcast is the level of folks he's gotten on.
Oh, yeah.
He's gotten on, 4 doctors now?
Well, I'm going to step on your toes here. There's a reason that podcast has won Rolling Stone's top 10 podcast of the year for 2 years.
Well, it might have something to do with the production value, number one. Number two, they've actually gotten some sponsorship. And number three, Hardwick is pimping out his contacts. Yeah, so Will, you know Patrick Stewart.
Well, you know the rule, don't you? First you do the arty podcast,
right.
Then you do the action podcast.
Well, then you got to do the podcast that pays the money, but it's not something you truly want to do. Then you got to do the podcast because your friend says you owe them. Hey, are you making obligatory references to Kevin Smith?
Pause for effect. All right, and back on to the show.
It's funny you mention that because Smith has his own podcast.
Really? Are we saying that was a segue?
No, thank you. Yes,
no, fine. Leave me hanging. I don't fucking care.
No high five for you then.
All right.
No, but amusing enough, founded in the year of 2007.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. We got to get it. Boom, boom, boom,
in
boom,
the year
boom,
2007,
boom, boom,
when the
boom,
nuclear
boom.
bombs failed to fall. Yeah, I know. That's why it's so much fun to watch these latter post-apocalyptic movies of the day. You're going, oh yes, that faraway time of 1995 when we all became savages.
Well, aren't we supposed
stab people with our penises?
Aren't we all supposed to be wondering if our next door neighbor's a replicant right now? And
yeah, actually, it's getting pretty close. To that now. Yeah, I just think we're literally almost on the cusp of a Shadowrun, too.
She's not going to live forever, but who of us do?
Oh, that's I love James.
What?
James Elmos.
There we go. I was like, none of us could hear the last name.
I was getting a drink.
Yeah. Oh, it must be nice to have
Edward James
Elmos.
Yeah. Plenty in the fridge. Have it.
Well, we're recording now. I can't just get up and go.
I will somehow allow it if you allow me bathroom breaks.
It's not like I can just get up and go to the bathroom and leave my co-host hanging. What the fuck am I going to talk about now?
Well, thanks to View Askew Productions.
Yep.
The fine folks have brought us such things like Clerks, Mallrats, perhaps Chasing Amy, even disturbing flicks like Tusk, and of course, what's latestly coming out? Yoga Hosers.
Yes.
Eh? Hey, is it disturbing that the lead people are playing aren't Canadians?
Did they get those guys from Strange Brew to come back?
Oh, you think they would have, don't you? Oh, yeah, that'd have been nice.
You know what I like to do? I like to go into the theater.
I'm sorry. I'm starting to sound into Minnesota here. Pretty soon I'm going to offer you the Luke fish or maybe like some ham.
Is that a segue to talking about the news from Lake Wobegon?
No, not always.
Okay.
Yeah, I had nothing.
We're not doing that podcast?
No, music enough. No. And here's another guy who has way too many fucking slashes in parentheses. So, writer, director, producer, actor, probably amateur porn star. I don't know. I haven't got that.
Have you seen his wife?
No, yeah, I have. She looks limber.
Yeah. He probably cues on cheesy 70s music before he goes to bed.
You?
Yeah.
I do that. Otherwise, like bass band, a little wah-wah pedal. Oh, I do that all the time. So, you look tense. How about a massage?
I brought a pizza. It's got extra pepperoni.
So much sausage. Yeah, by the way, just off a side note, I actually got drunk enough when hanging out with a bunch of friends. We're watching a gay version of that, and they're going, "Oh, look, I still can't write for this either." Okay, wow, gay people not that different after all. Yeah, such a fucking illumination that was. But no,
they dress
actually,
better.
Smith records this out of his house. Yeah, big shock there.
Unlike so many other podcasters.
Oh, I know. Thank God for our spacious and luxurious office.
What are you talking about?
Looks an awful lot like my apartment.
Coming to you live from a studio in downtown Burbank.
No, but what's up with music is primarily it's Smith and his executive producer Scott Mosher.
Yeah.
And they'll just bullshit about the day or whatever film they're working on or the movie that they were watching, going, "Yeah, it's kind of fucked up, right?
Yeah,
it's weird. I smoked a bowl now." He'll sit there. What's more is you will hear smoke breaks, which are actually toke breaks. In between, because you'll hear his Zippo going off and. It's,
oh God, it was a lot of forgeticus for me to forget.
Occasionally he has guest stars, but commonly it's Motion and Smith always just hanging out.
Ranting about.
Oh yeah. But it's a great chemistry because you realize these guys will hang out with each other for way too far long. They're gonna finish each other's sentences. That's an
interesting platform for a podcast. Really? We should consider that. Two guys that have hung out for a long time and just rant about things that I don't know.
Where would the blocks be?
It's madness.
It is.
Madness, I tell you.
Madness, I tell you.
All right.
But,
anyway.
So they've been around since 2007. We're up to 350 episodes for them. For the simple factor, they got a lot of work.
Well, for the simple factor that you can't shut Kevin Smith
my God. See, that's what
with a gag ball and a fucking gimp whip.
Or even a pink lip. No, it's
maybe a fleshlight though.
Well, what's so funny is 8 out of 10 times it's just these two chuckleheads just yakking up on whatever the fuck they're doing. What I still think is hilarious is they are sponsored by both Squarespace for their website and Fleshlight. And I'm going, that I don't know if those two go hand in hand, but it kind of makes sense that Fleshlight would back them up from all the dick references. And you're like, you can't get Gerber to sponsor it when you go, well, what if Jesus was more like a zombie? Then,
Do they plug it in traditional 40s radio TV show style?
Actually, what's hilarious is Kevin he'll get that nice, deep, low, sexy voice going, this will bring you a little place. I think give this for your guy. Give this to my friend.
I think it would be better. Brought to you by Fleshlight. Fleshlight. Supplying soldiers overseas since 1942.
Buy your war bonds today. Say there, gals. You worried about your fella might get a little overseas action? Well, no bother. What would you have Fleshlight? That would be hilarious. We should go pitch that to them. Like, hey guys, we got the best role for you. We're gonna fly up the fucking shelf.
And Fleshlight donates 50,000 units to Army hospitals overseas and here on the coast.
I broke both my arms! What the fuck good is this? I can't even use my foot! I'm gonna cramp in my leg and I can't itch it. It's bullshit.
I can just imagine the GI mess kits back in World War II. You got your Camel cigarettes, you got your masturbator, you got...
Here's your complimenting bottle of Czech, boys. Get loaded while under the trenches.
And your little packet of Folgers coffee.
Actually, it's kind of unusual. Scott Mosher isn't the traditional Canadian. He's not apologizing every 12 seconds.
So he's not nice.
No, he's still nice.
Oh, okay.
But he doesn't apologize as frequent.
Oh, I got you.
It's like he's been to and he's embraced the States for too long.
Wait a minute, we need to back up there. Did you say frequent?
I did say frequent.
Is that the Is that the French Canadian pronunciation of frequent there?
Well,
frequent?
Yes, I suppose it would be, but
All
we're
right.
going to nitpick. No, what's absolutely hilarious is there is actually 20 other podcasts.
Yeah.
So he does one with his wife.
Yeah.
He does Fat Man with Batman.
Mm-hmm.
He does the Hollywood Babylon.
Yeah.
With his buddy Rick Warman. And yeah, it's just fucking weird how many of these he's done. And he has all his buddies that have been either somehow coordinated or remotely linked to any of the films. They've got bit characters. They've helped press, and they've done the junkets, or they're on the comic book men series. Whatever. These cats are all linked. It's just like he doesn't ever want them to escape from his life. And I'm going, on one end, that's actually pretty considerate. The other end, I'm going, maybe you should send him home so you could, fuck your wife.
There's a man that can milk his contacts.
Right?
Yeah.
And it's hilarious. I mean, the whole standing was like, I know I don't recommend it. Absolutely like some of my material. So right? Alan Rickman, you look at this guy going, no, he's style, he's Greece, he's Grace personified.
Yeah.
He's British. Everything's fine. He's got a proper accent. I sound like a fucking moron from Jersey. I'm like, well, because you are. But it's okay. We love you anyway.
Yeah.
But no, I just thought it was hilarious because, I'm waiting for the podcast from his daughter and what was she hanging out with? Depp's kid?
Oh, God,
Lily,
I can't remember.
Lily Rose.
Yes.
Lily Rose Melody. You're going, Jesus, Dad, how high were you? We're like, I can't decide! I've been sitting up all night doing blow. I've been sitting in the waiting room. What else are you going to fucking do? You can't let me smoke, so I had to do a couple lines, right?
I stared at these stupid pastel flower pictures all
my
over
God,
the hospital.
They're just
And it occurred
fading
to
it
me.
out. They faded it out.
It suddenly occurred to me. Lily, Rose, yes.
Yeah, no, but we need melody. Maybe.
Oh.
River Song. I don't know. Fuck it. I know, but it's just hilarious because you realize how these folks he interacts with.
Mm-hmm.
He's got all these, so he's got all these friends incorporated. But yeah, it's kind of fun. But I'm not going to lie to you, folks. They will go over an hour easily. Yeah. Honestly, my personal favorite. If I had to pick a favorite, I have two. So Jeff Anderson, better known for you folks as Randall Graves of Clerks. He guest stars with him, and that was a fucking riot because he's talking about all the stuff that he's been doing. He lives in like this retirement community. He goes, I'm like the youngest guy in this retirement community.
Oh, God.
He's talking about how he lives up in the mountain. He goes, the mountain's called to me, Kevin. I had to go. And so Kevin's got this weird interpretation. It's like he's envisioning he's like in the fucking Unabomber cabin. He's got an outhouse. Like, well, are there bears out there? He goes, yeah, there's bears out here. He goes, well, what do you do? He goes, well, we don't go outside when the bears are out. What the fuck do you think I'm doing? I grabbed the spear and I unleashed my manly call and stabbed the motherfucker. What do you think?
Seeing that guy in interviews, though, I could see him as living the lone bomber lifestyle.
Yeah, admittedly, Jeff Anderson is actually, while he's quite entertaining, he doesn't have any real love for tech, and I can't say as I blame him. There's a lot about technology. You're going, fuck you.
He says as we record on our little
actually,
USB microphone.
The biggest complaint I have for technology is the updates and upgrades that you, A, were not only informed are an option, or B, were just simply given as you're stuck with it.
Yeah. As in, take it up the rectum.
Yeah, really. It's a bunch of crap. But, and then there are some folks that can actually just be tech gurus. I mean, again, just going back on Wheaton.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, I swear to God, he's probably, I guarantee the fucking Borg got him. He never got away with the Traveler. The Borg has had him in their collective. Yeah. They understand way too much about Starfleet now. And they know how to apparently nag and whine. God, that's my biggest problem for Wesley.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have a seething, loathing hatred for him.
Yeah.
I'm just sitting there going, why don't they let him be a teenager and, fuck up like all of us do?
Speaking actually of podcasts, there is a man that is a veteran of podcasts. Will Wheaton.
Yeah. Oh, God.
How many has he been?
Circuit.
Yeah.
It's hilarious. I mean, you're an asshole with a laptop and a microphone. He'll sit down.
He'll be right there.
So I'm going to call him to fly in.
Yeah.
I have that scratch. Hey, babe, come on in. Yeah, bring the wife. I don't give a shit. Yeah,
no, when you say, hey,
we'll
babe,
put you up with a hotel.
You got to shake the head.
Well, I just can't channel Miller's. I don't want to go on a rant or anything.
Look, babe.
Yeah. How the fuck did they must have had a really great condenser mic.
Oh, yeah.
You know, with that just stabilizer to keep him from just wobbling around, because who the fuck can hear that? But no, yeah, he has his podcast, which is kind of irregular.
Yeah. Well, I don't even know that I would say he has a podcast.
It is.
He's got a series of...
Well, I mean, let's look at all that he's been doing. You've got everything from writing, like, Titan's Grave is one example. All the stuff he's done with the Guild.
Yeah.
All his writing projects.
Yeah, I was going to say, what was it that
he's
was
doing,
the...
he's doing, yeah. Of
what
all
was
things,
that?
he's doing
History
improv.
of... Was it a history of Star Trek?
Yeah. Yeah, the fucker's written 7 books.
Yeah.
But I'm sitting there going, and I can't even bother to get my shit done.
Actually, that was one of my first introductions to podcast, was a podcast event that Will Wheaton did, all just about a release of one of his coffee table books about Star Trek and his memories of being on Star Trek. He has a lot of good
stuff to it, and then there was, of course, some grumbling, which understandable. You know, as an actor, you want to progress and do other things too. And let's face it, he probably started to loathe Wesley because it's basically him, but not allowed to fuck up.
Yeah.
I mean, by all stretch of the imagination, Wheaton is extremely intelligent. Mm-hmm. He's very capable in that standing. The guy knows way too much about tech before everyone else. You feel like you're like 6 months behind. Going, what? What? That's a thing now. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. I should have kept up. Fingers, pulse, right. But
it's like following a William Gibson tweet chain.
For some reason, so his is referred to as radiofreeburrito.com.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'm just laughed at that going, okay, it's different. Admittedly, no one has that one copyright.
That's right.
But yeah, I mean, of course, a lot of people use Will Wheaton, they attribute, Star Trek, or Stand By Me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's going to be doing season 2 of Powers now.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, I think he's going to be.
Awesome.
I think he's going to be an agent, or maybe like a former Power.
Yeah.
Fuck, I would love it if he was a villain that became an agent. When there's no money in the Supervillain Act. No, seriously, you rob a bank.
Yeah.
You pull up a jewelry heist. You hold the world for ransom with a fucking nuclear missile, and then some jackoff in tights comes along and gives you a big pointed speech and tells you how bad you are. And by the time he's done monologuing, you've fallen asleep out of boredom. And see, that would be fun.
You crafty son of a bitch! You got me monologuing.
Exactly. See, that would be fun. But no, what's so funny is...
Oh, go ahead.
What's so funny is, while the topics can be very surreal,
mm-hmm.
he was talking about anything from, like you were saying, he was talking about his books. He is not treated as a profession. He's not treated as something... He's been dicking with Odyssey, like I have.
No.
It was sort of like, it's a free program, I'll do that. And then he later moved on and got some actual software because he actually has an income that comes in a little better than mine.
Though,
so,
I understand
that.
Though he is big on shareware. I mean, I remember he lauded the Creative Commons website a lot in the podcast that I heard.
Plugging the shit out of it.
Artists sharing their work with other artists as long as it's being used for non-profit purposes.
Right, and that makes perfect sense.
It does make perfect sense.
But we can't use any of that if we plan on profiting.
Yeah.
But no, I thought it was funny because it's kind of weird. His range is usually from like a half hour, depending on if he just had the proverbial bug up his ass, went, this one thing bothered me, or hey, I have something important. Well, it's important to me. I don't know if you're listening and caring.
Yeah.
He's very self-deprecating.
Kind of like a nicer version of Henry Rollins. Really.
Yeah, it's a little more tamer by definition. Rollins is fun.
Yeah.
But
when he has a problem with something,
he gets a little vicious.
Yeah.
Little Sid vicious. Oh, wait, Sid's dead. That was
too soon?
Yeah. 30 years? No, I don't think so. But, yeah. But no, what's funny is, because again, it ranges a lot of anything from current events, politics, something from a simple factor of, hey, I played this video game and I had fun. And then, or he'll get folks that he's worked with. I mean, I was listening to one, the kid he did with, was it Ural Lathra? Yuri Lathra.
Oh,
and he, they did voice work for Legion of Superheroes.
Yeah.
Because we couldn't call it Superboy and the Legion of Superheroes. Because Superboy at the time was under
contract.
Quite a bit of copyright issues. Yeah, DC just dropped the fucking ball. And I thought, we're just going to squeeze him for some more dimes.
Yeah. Well, you know what? You may hate the fact that Marvel,
What, reboots?
Rapes,
retcons?
Well, I was going to say Marvel rapes their artists for product ownership on every character.
How's your pooper feel?
But on the flip side, you don't have that nightmare spaghetti works of how many different estates and families you have to get in touch with to get one group of superheroes together.
Trying to envision Bob Kane's descendants, Jerry Schuller's kids and grandkids, and however many other. I don't know how huge the bloodline goes, but you're going, yeah, that's their fucking bread and butter. They do not have to work ever again because of these characters.
One Justice League movie is a nightmare of legal paperwork.
God, right? I think the guy that made Aquaman's kids were making a big stink over it.
Oh, I can believe it.
Like, well, we were contacted. Like,
that's because no one fucking cares about your dad's character.
Right? We just want to see the fucking movie.
He can talk to fish. Who fucking cares?
Well, at the same time, the guy's really terrifyingly strong. He's been living under 100.
They have improved Aquaman since my days of the Justice Friends.
You're going on the basis of Super Friends.
Yeah.
See, that's where the misnomer comes into place. The guy's been under 100,000 fathoms of water.
Yeah.
You don't think that develops some muscle density at all?
Well, and he can fly now, can't he?
Well, he should be able to.
Can't they all fly?
Angle leap.
Aquaman can fly. Wonder Woman can fly.
No, I think only Wonder Woman and Superman.
Oh, okay.
Martian Manhunter.
Yeah, Martian Manhunter. Green Lantern. Firestorm.
Will there even be a Green Lantern?
Johnny Lightning.
I thought it was Johnny Thunder.
Johnny Thunder. My bad. You're right.
I thought he was
I am so sorry that I goofed up on the little kid riding the fucking pink lightning machine.
Actually, you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
No, it is Johnny Thunder.
It's Johnny Thunder.
Okay. Yeah. All right, I was correct. Man. No, what I think is hilarious is I can't even get around to remembering to copyright my own shit for my ebooks.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, this cat's put out 7 frickin' books.
Yeah.
He's working on some now. He's working on some comic books.
Yeah.
And I'm just sitting there going, I'm really going to get off my ass and get this stuff done. That's kind of the whole thing for next month, where I'm going, yes, I have to copyright. I want to put Rambling on as a .com.
Yeah.
No, folks, we're going to try to move it to iTunes. What the hell,
Yeah.
Get more folks listening.
Absolutely.
Maybe we might even get some sponsorship.
And absolutely. And then from there, you know what you need to keep a lookout for.
We can do the 1920s flashlight mountain. Say, fella, can't get it out? Don't have enough stamina training? No worries. Have a flashlight. Get it working. Don't forget lubricant, or it's going to really hurt having that much rubber scraping.
Don't have shore leave for another 2 weeks. It's all right.
Say that, sailor. I'm afraid you're not going to be able to pull in the port. If you know what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that would be fun.
Oh, God.
God, can we do that with a straight face, though? Or is that just going to be me with a script going, don't look at Shawn, don't look at Shawn? But yeah, no, I just thought it was funny because...
I'm sorry, now I'm picturing you in a USO outfit trying to sell war bonds.
I don't want to set the world on fire. It's public domain, I'm fine. But no, it's just kind of funny. I just found that hilarious that... actually, I had fun just tweeting back and forth with him.
Oh, yeah.
I bugged the shit out of him all the time.
Nice guy. You can always approach him.
It's actually fun. There are very few cats on Twitter that you can actually talk to, but a lot of them just like instant respawn.
Yeah.
A good example of that would, oddly enough, Adrian Paul and Kevin Sorbo.
Oh, yeah.
Don't you guys have shit to do? You got families.
No. They don't have shit
to do.
They don't have shit to do.
Oh, now see,
what was the last thing you saw them do?
Well, let's see. In Adrian Paul's case...
And we're not counting...
You fucker! You made me remember that Highlander's Source movie!
We're not counting cons. We're not counting conventions.
Okay. Well, that's still pretty fucking busy,
if we count conventions, then every B-list actor is busy all the time.
You're just being mean.
Like Will Wheaton.
Okay. You know what, Will? I'll hold him down for you.
And see,
I will hold my best friend down.
If we can't afford to pay for the ticket to get him to fly here to be on the show, we'll egg him on.
Yeah, come on, you're that pussy crusher, He just ran away with some really disturbingly tall pedo bear.
Well, but
apparently, what was it? Deanna Troy got tired of his mind erections every other minute. Like, could you stop thinking about sex for 2 fucking minutes?
We'll pull a Yule Boyle. We'll challenge him to a boxing match.
I don't know. My show message is not this good. Whoever does not like the podcast, you come to my house. I will beat the fuck out of you.
Fuck it. I'm just going to go golf all day.
God, that was still hilarious. It's like, I've already earned enough money. I can golf whenever I want. I was going, this is the weirdest fucking rant. I'm watching it. That was so fucking surreal because I'm just there going, I I don't know what to take away from this. What the fuck is Rampage 3? I I've never even heard of this. I practically live on IMDb.
I think I played that video game.
Do you have a press agent? Do you think a couple of press releases be good? But yeah, wow, nice that we got completely left out.
Oh, yeah. Well, we have to stay true to our title.
In other words, we're going to ramble on. Oh, God, I can't believe I made that reference. It's a little disturbing how...
Sorry, I almost...
I'm getting back on topic. Well, actually, away from the previous one.
Yeah.
Just going back to Kevin Smith, is it a little disturbing how much he talks about dick?
I feel an Eddie Murphy laugh coming on.
Oh, God.
Anyway.
No, I just
No, the man loves dick.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that. A man can love dick.
Hey, no, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it.
All right, good.
I love people playing with it. Not necessarily up the street. Hey, I don't know you, but
you know what?
we're a tug on it.
I love Spectravision.
Is that even a thing anymore?
Hairy man ass. Bobbing away.
God, don't even start with... God, that was so fucked up. I actually got bored.
Yeah.
So I'm touring.
Yeah.
And we're stuck in, of all places, fucking Albuquerque. And I'm like, I'm in New Mexico.
Did you take a wrong turn?
Yeah, no, I'm just... Exactly. The Bugs Bunny terms were just coming right back and forth. But I went, okay, well, this is different. But yeah, no, I just didn't know... There was no real hot spots. There were a couple of clubs. And I'm like, I don't really feel like going to a fucking club. I don't know anybody.
Yeah.
And what do they play? Oh, more house. Yay. Yeah. Is there a jazz club anywhere where I can sit the fuck down and get away from these stupid strobing spotlights that are going to give me a stroke? So yeah, I'm bored as shit, and so I end up turning on the Spectravision, but it's different.
Yeah.
It's been edited.
Edited Spectravision.
We got to see the girl's impressive purchase that she got.
Yeah.
Obviously they're bought.
She paid for them. They're
too
hers.
symmetrical. They're clearly not made in nature. That has been machine crafted.
Defy gravity. Yeah.
Exactly. Well, actually, I agree with Ron Williams. They're Nazi tits. They don't sway. They don't go this way. They don't want to go out with you. They just at attention at all times. But that being said...
the nipples will point straight.
Yes. The Fuhrer's highest order. Which apparently involves anything from concentration camps, genetic mutations, cybernetic alterations, supernatural aspects, flogging nuns.
Yeah.
There's a lot of highest order. I think the Fuhrer may have experimented with a few drugs.
I saw this on the History Channel. The Fuhrer had a dartboard with a bunch of just ridiculous things.
It wasn't just like a spinning wheel of doom.
Do you know the Nazi Party was all just a big prank on his part? He just wanted to see how long he could keep it going.
So he just punked the world.
Throw darts at a board. He's like, the Fuhrer's highest order now will be the shaving of cats.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Hey, any incident where you have Jewish folks turn into lampshades, the guy's already a little off.
Are you saying we took that into the tasteless level of comedy?
It is quite tasteless.
All right.
We might as well start moving into ovens.
Our work is done here.
Yes, I've informed the following two things. Now, bear in mind, a Jewish comedian told me this, so I don't feel too bad.
Okay.
So he makes some of the really most offensive jokes. But he said, there's two things you never insist upon for a Jew. Go near an oven or take a train.
Oh, God.
I sat there when it's like,
no.
And then it just dawned on me, too. And you're just sitting there going,
no.
Jesus, man. Like, that was above beyond tasteless. Like,
a little Star Search throwback here. That's what you call a joke grenade, folks.
Oh, God.
You toss it out there.
Get tossed in the room. I guarantee there's at least 50 some odd people in your 200
Yeah.
crowd that just went, fuck this, we're going to go do something else. But they were at a casino anyway, it didn't matter.
Well, there's where you've got that bet that says, I'm going to go out there and I bet you 20, I'm going to get 20 people to walk out of my show. Just you watch.
So I got a C note here that says I can make 50 people leave like that. Watch this. So, anyway, my usual pedophile collection. No. I know, it's just one of those aspects where you're going, this is fucking dangerous.
So I walked into a Subway. Anyway.
But yeah, I know, it's just absolutely wrong.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I mean, again, I don't know that many podcasts, though. I know you were talking about the one with Penny Arcade.
I take mine to a little more obscure, but I mean, so on the topic
not
of...
as mainstream.
On the topic of Will Wheaton, and how we talked about he's on every podcast under the sun.
Oh, my God, right?
Yeah.
That's the only reason I knew the Penny Arcade one.
He's been on... He has actually played on one of my favorite podcasts, if you don't mind being offended, is the Dungeons and Dragons
Sorry.
This is true. No, this is true. It is known, Khaleesi. It is known.
Okay.
But, no, Acquisitions Inc. is a live D&D game podcast. Really,
What is this,
all
D&D
it is.
After Dark?
Not quite. No, because honestly,
because it's a stereotypical D&D game. It's
Yeah.
about 6 dudes hanging around a fucking table going, all right, so I roll for my defense.
if there are any girls there, I want to do them.
I'm going to abort move to dodge.
I magic missile the darkness.
So fucking, and how everybody was offended by that.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
like, why? It's so true.
Yeah.
You've got numerous ones of those. You guys like, oh, I seduce all the women there.
You know what? I used to play D&D. I know a little something about courage.
Oh, fuck you. Fuck you and Chris Carter, too. You collective assholes in a hat.
Oh, gosh.
You
But
ass hat.
Yeah, no, Acquisitions Inc. was a thing put together by WotC originally just as a marketing tool.
I'm sorry, you may have to explain WotC.
Oh, WotC, I'm so sorry.
We throw obscure comments out as it has been written on your fan page. I don't get shit other than going, oh, that was kind of con. I didn't
Good
get that one joke. What's it with the zombie van?
Good point. It is
I did get,
obscure, isn't it?
yeah, I still got comments like, I can't believe you wrote zombie vagina. That was disgusting. I'm like, here's a 3-second gag. You're the motherfuckers keep dragging us back to it. Every time we think we're away, you bring us back.
A 3-second gag. That's what she said.
Yeah.
That
That's actually pretty good. Well
Thanks.
done. All right, high five.
But no, so anyway, Acquisitions Inc., produced by Wizards of the Coast, excuse me, known as WotC.
I'm sorry, I'm still getting past the 3-second gag. Oh, you can tell I haven't had it last year.
Yeah, no.
I'm goofy now. Gorge.
Too many hits with the snake.
Wait, dude.
Anyway.
Let me just play with my flashlight.
Have a good time there, soldier.
Oh, you betcha. No idea what I'm still doing with the goofy voice, but...
Gosh. Oh, gosh. But no,
When
WotC
he's-
had this whole marketing
When he supposed
campaign.
his O face is like...
I have a topic to talk about.
I'm sorry. My apologies. Thank
You
for
asshole. It's my turn! God damn it, it's my
interrupting.
turn!
Too, motherfucker! This is my house! Oh, God.
Too many snakes on this goddamn plate. Okay.
Ooh.
Oh, shoot.
Oh, God. My face is red. And now we
Oh,
have the
this has been a fun one. I don't even know what the fuck we were talking about
Oh,
anymore.
you were on Penny...
Oh, Will Wheaton. Yeah.
Yeah, the D&D After Hours game.
Yes. Yeah, no, everything you wish your game was. But, yeah, no, WotC...
You mean have girls there?
That's right. Exactly. No, they never
There's a
once...
girl there! What's your fucking
No, they
problem?
never went. This was some of the ugliest men that you have. I mean, if you have ever
And
seen,
Will Wheaton.
as WotC came up with this this marketing gimmick.
What, they couldn't
The-
clone Will Wheaton is what you're saying?
Yeah, no.
Get
So
something marginally pretty
they
in
had
there?
the release of their new 4th edition Dungeons and Dragons.
Don't you mean
And-
5.75?
And they needed some way to make it interesting to folks because nobody liked the fucking game. So,
Well, that's not
well,
true.
actually, no one had
Okay,
really...
not enough
Yeah.
people.
Well, at this point, no one had really played the game. They just brought it out. And they got this wacky idea that they're going to get the cartoonist from Penny Arcade and the cartoonist
Chud Baby.
and the cartoonist from PvP Online,
Oh, God. It's actually fun to read.
which Penny Arcade is Mike Krulik. I probably massacred that name, and I don't fucking care.
Okay.
And Jerry Holkins, which
You hear that, Jerry? You got good billing.
if you've ever been to
Fuck you, Mike.
If you've ever been, fuck you, Mike. Yeah. If you've ever been to a PAX event, you've probably seen these fuckers, and they are some of the ugliest men in online comics.
Actually, I found a YouTube
No
clip.
offense, guys, but
No, take
Yeah.
offense, really. No, no. I found a YouTube clip of them playing a game, and
Yeah.
I'm just sitting there going, this is unbearably boring. This is like sitting over somebody's shoulder and watching a video game being played.
oh god, that's depressing because this is actually the thing that I found most entertaining.
Oh.
It's all
Sorry.
it is. All it is.
The commentary and the
gonna-
banter was
exactly,
fun.
and that's
But
what it's all about is the banter.
I don't like being the casual person that just
Observer.
sits there and yeah, exactly. I would make the shittiest watcher. I would get too bored.
It's like that portion.
Or the impending asteroid that's coming directly for the planet that could have been averted. I'm looking at the really
Yeah.
hot girl in the shower and going, yeah. That's
So
right. You
what
take
you're
that.
saying is you watched it and suddenly understood how the hot girlfriend of that geek guy that brought her to the gaming event felt.
Yeah.
And she's watching everybody going, this is what you do for fun?
Oh God! How many times have you had to hear that from the girlfriend.
Yeah.
Or be one of the guys just sitting there going, look, dude, she's going to be bored. It's okay. Just
let her go get a fucking smoothie. You don't have to spend 24 hours a day together.
Time together.
Yeah.
You know, they're just have hobbies, separate interests. It's okay. It does culminate and make it a decent relationship.
I understand that you're a nerd and she's extremely hot and you're worried if she's away from you for 10 minutes, she'll realize what a fucking huge mistake she made.
Fucking this nerd. What the hell?
Oh my god, there are real good-looking men out in the world. How did I not see this before?
Yeah, then Chris Hemsworth walks in and fucks it for everybody. Or Chris Pratt these days.
Fuck Chris Pratt.
I know, it's so fucking hilarious.
Chris Evans.
You look at Chris Pratt and you realize this is the chubby, happy-go-lucky guy at Parks and Recreation. And then, as he said, as he cried away his poundage, to get, 8.5 seconds of, look at my rippling ass shot.
You know what that is, though?
Well, a guy in better shape now.
That's second generation Jerry O'Connell is what that is.
Yeah, it really is. Or you take...
fucking chubs running down the train track in...
Stand By Me?
Yeah, Stand By Me.
Are you making more links to Will Wheaton there, Shawn?
I am.
You sneaky devil. But
that fucking pussy won't ever come here and box us.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, you just keep doing it. I'm sure that's going to go away.
That'll work, yeah.
Yeah, screw you! Shut up, Wesley! Yes, because I couldn't say, fuck off, Wesley.
Yeah.
I'm going to put you out an airlock, you little bastard.
Oh, gosh.
Teleport him into that sun. Cue his mic! I want to hear him scream as he burns alive. Ah, damn it. Sound doesn't travel in space. Fuck!
Which, I'll be honest, mine is a little more obscure. You don't see a lot of big name artists in this.
Sorry about that.
No, you're fine. Will Wheaton is probably the biggest name artist, honestly, they've had in the entire thing.
Wow.
I mean,
that's comforting.
But it is. It's fun and a little entertaining. And the biggest thing is, don't go there because you want to watch other guys play D&D. Because
I think that would be the hardest
watching
thing for me
Scott
to do.
Kurtz come out in a giant throw rug of a barbarian outfit and a live gaming PAX event is...
Are we seeing sweaty, hairy man boobs?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
That big, just kind of like Bob has fish tits.
Don't get me wrong. Scott Kurtz, of the three of them, is actually the most likable guy. But the other two were...
That's comforting.
Yeah. If you've read any geek news, you know just to stay away from Mike and
Bud the Chud.
Mike and Jerry there.
Sounds like they should be starring a snooty, upscale hipster ice cream parlor.
But if you get the chance, it's fun to hear the banter. They are faces made for podcasting, much like our own.
I beg to differ, sir.
Oh, are you pretty?
I'm damn pretty. Baby, I'm adorable.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, I went there.
Oh, shoot. But yeah, there's nothing more entertaining than hearing Will Wheaton go, is this the fucking Minds of Madness? We're in the fucking Minds of Madness, aren't we?
I had a similar aspect of that. So I'm actually not informed what we're playing, and I'm going,
yeah.
And we get there, and the description starts going, I'm going, we're in the fucking Temple of Elemental Evil. Oh, bullshit! Fuck you! No! What do you mean I'm locked in? No! Oh, god damn it, we're gonna die.
But also, you know what?
We're gonna fucking die.
If you ever thought about trying Dungeons and Dragons as a game, I say go listen to this. It'll give you an idea. It's a little bit about the rules, because again, it was a marketing ploy from WotC.
God, we recorded half of our sessions today, right?
Oh, absolutely. Just with the number of entertaining quotes that we've collected alone.
I know, it's just hilarious on some of the shit. My mom still has that stupid wall.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, our little dungeon master screen. That son of a bitch is
little.
Still, well, okay, no, that's solid 3 scrap wood blocks.
Yeah.
We're going, damn, you can kill a guy with this thing. But I thought it was hilarious that Danny was that bored to go, yeah, I can do that. It's just funny, though.
But actually, and the other podcast that I wanted to spotlight on our show, actually, we were talking earlier about Denver Comic Con.
No, I don't remember that.
You don't remember talking about that in the 10-hour drive to... Fuck you.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
You asshole.
No, I'm old. I don't remember shit.
Go have a smoke break.
I just look young.
That's pretty.
It's that
so pretty.
healing factor kicking in.
But no, is Ian Martin is this guy. He's just this guy. Just this guy from Boulder, Colorado. Because you know what? Strangely enough, just regular guys from Boulder, Colorado, or Omaha, Nebraska can just decide to make a podcast.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Why would they do that?
And it can be entertaining. But
let me guess, Fortune and Glory?
yeah, Fortune and Glory. Big goddamn heroes there.
Yeah, I was going to make more Dr. Jones references.
Oh,
let's push the non-PCs. Where are my peeps?
Oh, Short Round.
Where did you end up?
Yeah.
I kind of envisioned him, somewhere in Bangkok, just chasing the dragon.
Yeah.
He's just skin and bone at this point. Two little, prostitutes just helping him prop his pipe up in his mouth.
I used to be somebody.
They clean him.
I used to drive Harrison Ford. I used to be a Goonie, for God's sakes.
Right? No, I was just envisioning Short Round, not that the fucking actor.
Oh, okay.
Jesus. Now you made it worse.
I took it to a darker
God,
place.
That's even better.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. That actually got a lot darker than I was expecting.
Don't touch my baseball cap. Harrison Ford signed it.
Should have sold it on eBay. Would have made a fortune.
Oh, God. He really
But I didn't have proof of a signature.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot.
So,
but yeah,
you're a very
actually,
obscure podcast.
Oh, yeah. Ian Martin does this podcast, this video blog called Passion of the Nerd. And it's just an episode guide of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, where he goes through...
So does that mean he's putting Joss up on the cross?
Up on a pedestal, more like it.
See,
it's one of those...
I wanted to put him up on the cross for two reasons. One,
actually,
rhymed, and two, I just... No, actually, I had nothing other than that.
Actually, no. I lie. He doesn't put Joss Whedon up on a pedestal because actually
he puts him up on Mount Olympus.
Well, no, actually, in one of his earliest video blogs, he talks about how he didn't come into Buffy the Vampire Slayer when it first started. He came into it midway through the whole thing, where he got introduced to it, and he had a buddy of his be like, "You need to watch this show."
Yes, God, didn't we all have that?
And so the nice thing is, his approach to reviewing the Buffy episodes one by one is actually coming from that.
Kind of
I came in late. I very nearly almost didn't become a fan because of season one, and
season one kind of drags. Mostly because of the master.
And so I created this video blog in a way to be like, if you're interested in being introduced to Buffy, here's a little warning.
Yeah, hit season 2.
Here's something to help get you through. Here's a little, I know it's getting hard. Hold on, stay with me, buddy. We're going to get through this.
And still no mention of Eric Balthor's character from season 1.
It gets better.
Episode 1 and 2.
Never heard from again.
Jesse. Yeah, he didn't even say shit. I'm going, okay, so let me get this straight. You and Sander had this really tight boys.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of standing, bros before hoes mentality.
Yeah.
Your best buddy, you had to kill yourself, and that didn't fuck you up at all?
Yeah. At no point was he crying like Courtney Cox's ex-husband in the original movie. Let me in, man. I'm hungry. You're flying.
You're floating, man. Come on. Yeah. But yeah, I just think that was fucking hilarious.
Oh, yeah. But no, actually, he is going to be...
Does he do an objective view
Yeah, he does. Actually, his if you want to watch a good Buffy review that's witty and kind of smart...
I need a little urbane and I need a little humor.
Pretty much talking French existentialism meets Freudian psychology meets Greek mythology, all as it applies to Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
So I have this full in my head. I have Sartre, Kafka, and possibly, I don't know, Aristotle?
Not so much with the Aristotle, but the other two...
Archimedes, because he was a fucking crack-up.
The other two, dead on.
Oh,
quoted on more than one occasion.
Oh, God. I don't think you're looking for existential. I think you're looking more for moderately metaphysical to retentive.
But yeah, no, actually, I came across this vlog because I actually found...
It's a dirty vlog.
Well, I actually found a link somebody had posted on Facebook of a fan version of a Buffy the Vampire Slayer animated series.
Yeah, I've seen little clips of that.
So I went I pulled that clip up on YouTube. I watched it. I'm like, okay, that's cute. That's funny.
It was.
And then, you know how
YouTube
suggests other things you might be interested in, right?
Yeah.
And I see this title. It's Why You Should Watch Buffy the Vampire Slayer. The guide to the guide to making it through the series.
Oh, yeah, there's some of that. Yeah, admittedly, season 1 did really drag.
And
I almost just up and went, fuck it, because my ex-fiance gave me season 1 to watch.
Oh, yeah.
I just burned through them because, well, I had the free time.
Well, when I got into it, because I was the same way. I came in on season 3,
Yeah,
I think it was,
well,
and I had to go back.
Literally went all the way to, because I caught an episode of season 3 and went, what the fuck am I waiting?
Yeah.
They made this a TV series? That goofy flick? I mean, it was funny, but
Yeah.
I don't think it roared in a TV series.
And then Joss Whedon turned it into something
turned into a universe.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I thought, by that basis, since he is working with Marvel, he could technically start sliding in characters.
He could. That is
just
true.
a thought, Marvel.
Except Dark Horse owns the rights now. Because,
shit.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it's always the dollhouse.
Which means
Yawn.
that Buffy can't appear in an Avengers movie any more than the fucking Fantastic
Or
Four.
Spider-Man, apparently.
Oh, Spider-Man showed up in the last one.
I don't want to hear
But
it.
they had to retool him entirely from the beginning again.
Seriously, folks, can we not just all agree and let Spider-Man grow the fuck up? Must he forever be a high school student?
But how the
For
fuck...
the sake of the new generation.
All I'm saying is, and this goes back to our retconning, how the fuck does Marissa Tomei become Aunt
May?
Thank you, May.
Marissa
Marissa Tomei.
God,
Oh,
seriously.
I'm not saying that I
come on.
didn't enjoy
You
it.
realize that Parker is just going to have a bunch of his new buddies over.
Oh yeah.
Just drilling over Aunt May. Huh? Yeah, you get those cookies. Yeah, that's all right. Just need to bend a little more.
Aunt May,
Yeah.
could you get into the
Can
fridge
you
and
make
get me
Marissa
some more milk?
Tomei unappealing?
No.
How the fuck do you do
You
that?
really can't. No.
I don't even understand it. I can't even fathom it.
Oh, well, there is one way. You can put her opposite Christian Slater, and
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That was pretty painful.
that was painful.
I
I've got an orangutan heart. It's a real heart.
As from a monkey, I mean egg, wouldn't want to confuse the two, because people online will start buzzing my ass about it. Pre-internet.
Monkey.
Yeah,
Okay.
This is fucking sad. But
yeah, no, he's done, season 1, all the way up to season 3, episode
where he
17
kind of
now.
went, is this master guy ever going to get out of
About-
his little hovel?
Not on par with your podcast. He's only got 69 video blogs at this point.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm doing so much better.
But he will actually be lecturing this year at the Denver Comic Con.
Sounds like he's lecturing already.
Yeah.
Oh,
Just a bit.
Burn. Come over and do my podcast.
But actually,
Whatever.
he did give me some very inspirational information, not directly to me, but just in one of his video blog Q&As. It was nice. It was a question to one of his viewers about becoming a critic, and he kind of went off topic and said, you have to get over that hump of being bad and giving yourself permission to be bad. Because you're going to get better.
Bash whatever film that
don't
actually deserves.
you're going to go back. You're going to watch, or in our case, you're going to listen to your own
my
shit,
God.
and you're going to say, like I have on more than one occasion, "Holy fuck! Why are you?
Seriously,
please
all
don't
you-
let
all
don't
you
let
have-
people hear me on this."
God, all you got to do is read like some of my earliest stuff from Rotten Reels.
Oh yeah, that's some bad shit.
Oh my God!
No, I'm
seriously,
kidding.
all the way back to I think the first thing I did was the Brotherhood of Blood. Is this really hokey vampire movie?
I dropped my cigarette.
How dare you! On my carpet, you bastard!
It's got
Anyway,
cat hair on it now.
Good. I hope it sucks. Land.
Anyway,
But
so
anyway,
you were on a topic.
I looked at my
Yeah.
own material and just sat there going, man, it's completely different.
Yeah.
I'm more comfortable with my writing. I'm more
Yep.
comfortable with what pithy little comment I'm going to make. At the same standing, I really don't give a shit if somebody thought that was too obscure. If you're reading it, you've already gotten the gist of my writing to begin with.
Yeah.
So if it's that far-fetched for you to understand, well, sorry, you're shit out of luck. And of course,
Oh,
you
gosh.
can read that at Rotten Reels Reviews, blogspot.com. Yes.
Do we remember the address? Did you
Shameless
get there?
plug. Shameless.
Where's the klaxon alarms? Wow, 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 wow.
I gotta be honest.
Shameless
man.
plug alert.
Oh, it should be. But I gotta be honest.
Yes.
I got nothing left.
Yeah.
I'm spent.
Well, I mean, I
Hey,
could.
3 pops and I'm done, sir.
That's.
That's
We're
what
not
she
going to go
said.
into
Come
another
on,
she
you know you wanna
said
do it.
joke. All
Don't
right.
face
But,
my
I mean,
girlfriend with that joke.
We could have gone on this topic forever. There are a lot of good podcasts
dude,
out there.
Just from the basis of whomever this podcast it is.
Oh, yeah.
You know, whenever you get to right to the meat and potatoes of it, and it really has some heart or it just has some entertainment value. I mean, my God, I was laughing myself sick over what was like, it's the 2001 episode with Kevin and Mosier.
Yeah.
And they're just talking Star Trek. And I'm fucking dying. It's all just the obscure comments. So they made all the comments about how disturbing Kirk does this and that.
Yeah.
Or the comments about Wrath of Khan. So he goes, yeah, well, he goes, isn't the communications still open? Well, he said, like, yeah, Spock, you know that thing where you can take down all their shields and whatnot. You know, Kunshin Khan would be like, what are you guys talking about? Nothing. I was just asking if Spock got his dick wet last night.
Oh, yeah.
That's Spock, you get laid? Like, yes, sir.
Well, I
Dick is
mean...
wet.
And on top of that, I mean, we could have talked about
all the Scotty jokes,
all the Geeks On franchise, the
God.
Geeks On film, Geeks On comics, Aisha Taylor, Girl on Guy.
Oh God, Aisha Tyler will kill you.
Or Tyler, not Taylor.
Yeah, Aisha Tyler will kill you. Her Girl on Guy, or Guy on Girl.
Yeah, Guy on Girl. No, Girl on Guy. It is Girl on Guy.
So she likes it on top. I got it.
Yeah.
All right. So anyway, actually,
she is
one of the most amusing one is. The one she did with Will Wheaton.
Yeah.
This is where the infamous spicy dick milk story came to my interest. I was like, hey, I know this. Oh, yeah, she's a good comedian. Yeah, she's a good comedian. Oh, I would say, scoping through. Like, oh, God, she reviewed Will Wheaton. What the fuck that's going to be like? And I found out.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it went dark.
Joe Rogan. The Joe Rogan Experience is a
Bill
great
Burr.
one. Bill Maher.
Bill Burr is actually a good one, too.
Yeah.
That is one wacky little ginger. And it's not even... He does stretch his topics. He's not just the sports guy. There's plenty of people that say, that's how he talks about and his off hours. So like, well, he's interested in sports, motherfucker. That's what he's going to talk about. But it's not his only topic.
Oh, yeah.
And that's the whole point. But yeah, he'll sit there and go like, yeah, did you see the fucking Mets? What was that about?
Well, and
it's just good. You know what? You should have podcasts for everything.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
It's just that the more obscure or the more, I don't know, niche you feel, you're going to surpass your audience or you're going to bore the shit out of them.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to happen. Hell, 20 minutes ago, somebody went, yeah, that's fucking boring, and clicked off of this podcast.
Yeah.
I don't blame them. What we talk about
I do a little bit.
Everyone.
I will come and rape them in the goat ass. Oh. Yeah, we're not allowed to do jokes like that, are we?
Wow.
All right.
You got really dark there.
Recently...
No, it's going right.
Recently, I just found...
back a little? Yeah.
Recently, I just found of all things, Nickelodeon does an animation podcast where they talk to voice actors.
And I imagine that's very...
About the industry.
PG-13.
I imagine it probably
is
just a bit...
G-rated?
There was a... you want very obscure. There was an old British history podcast I used to listen to that only talked about pre-Norman invasion British history. I mean, you talk about some obscure niche topics there, but it was actually very interesting.
That's the thing. That's the beauty of this particular outlet.
Oh, yeah.
There is always someone out there looking for something that intrigues them. And if it's two jackoffs with a microphone, hell, that could be a great name for a podcast. Two jackoffs with a microphone.
Oh, hell, Garrison Keillor used to do the News from Lake Wobegon podcast, which was all just this
goofy shit.
Talking, it was like an old style radio program. Yep, where it was just all skit bits for this small town. All this small town in Minnesota. And the news
and the where Lake Wobegon is?
And the news and lifestyle news, things going on in this town, like different, kind of similar to the Red Green Show.
Oh, good lord!
If you remember,
Red Green Show for your ears.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, I understand Possum Creek was a little high. Did you notice though, if you tweak that voice, you have either a creepy old prospector from the Final Sacrifice, or you're moving slowly into Dr. Teeth and Rolf the dog.
Can we steal a little from him and do a geek version of his closing and be this is Shawn and Jake saying, "Keep your dice on the table."
God.
That's not the real close, folks.
No, you know
Don't
what?
turn off.
Would be a better closing for that is keep circulating the tapes. Put your comics in their backboards and the plastics. And for God's sakes, never admit that you're a geek. Oh, wait, we don't have to do that anymore. Yeah, it's
No,
okay.
Age of the Geek, baby.
Yeah, I gotta be honest. I'm not impressed. I
No?
don't give a shit. It's too mainstream now. I don't care anymore.
Right? It's like alternative music.
Right. Exactly.
Like, what's alternative about it when every band out there's alternative?
I'm old as dirt, yeah. My colon is cleansing now. Oh, well,
And
that's
you're
actually a pretty
choking
good
on the splinters?
Yeah, that's actually a pretty decent rhythm.
That was good.
I may consider singing after all.
The Geek
That's all, folks.
The Geek Dad podcast and blog associated with all things geek and parenting. Yeah, it's everywhere
oh my
now.
God.
It is. Geek
Well,
is no
so much
longer.
for having some semblance
We're no
of
longer a
originality.
subculture. We are the mainstream.
We are the culture.
Yeah.
We're everywhere.
We're the reason that the what was
the
it,
reason why your computer's
was it the
fine.
producer or the director of the new Ghostbusters reboot went on a rant on
We're the reason why Deadpool made it past the Avengers.
yeah.
We're the reason why
Past.
your computers are fucking operating. We're the reason why your damn proofread looks as good as it does.
Oh, yeah.
You fuck with us and we'll slash your credit rating.
We're the reason that you get to see hot cosplay chicks nowadays.
Ah, yeah, that too.
Yeah.
They're
You're
also,
welcome.
Unfortunately, the reason why you see some of women that, frankly, you kind of wish they put on more clothes.
Well,
but it happens. You
That's
know?
why. That's
And
why
I can't sit there and body shame a person
No.
for that.
I'm not going to body shame
Fuck
them
it,
either.
She
but,
busted her ass to make the outfit. Why the hell not?
yeah,
She's
absolutely.
like, look, I'm never going to be able to get it down
No.
to this waistline.
No, but we're the reason that good money gets spent on.
Lots and lots
on-
of slave Leia costumes.
That's right, and serious professional models that can stay home and do aerobics and get and buy D-cup boobs to go out and wear these costumes at cons.
Stop.
Yeah.
I got to get up here eventually, man. Well, folks, as you know, we have rambled on a bit.
Yeah.
Appreciate you letting us in your homes, in your lives.
I
right under your
appreciate that
bed.
you let us end on that note of misogyny.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But we need a little misogyny now and then.
That's
So,
what-
folks,
no.
again, I'm Jake.
I'm Sean.
And you guys have a happy
Ramble on.
ramble on.